good. It's nice to get compliments. It's very nice to get compliments. We all love to get compliments, especially women who are in their late 30s. I enjoy it. I like a compliment every now and then. You know, I appreciate it. I just wish that I would have known back in my 20s what the fuck I was working with. I wish I would have known. Anyone else feel that way? Right? We judged ourselves too harshly. We didn't know what we had. We covered ourselves up. Why? Such a bad idea. We should have put it out there, y'all. Okay? We should have been more confident. We should have put it out there. We should have been naked more. In public. Look what it's doing for the women of the world today, okay? Look what it's doing. We should have been naked. And I'm not saying that I wasn't naked. I was. Just not in the right places. I was naked, but only in front of a very few dumb men. That's where I was naked in front of. I regret not getting good footage of that. All right? Now, there is footage, but it's not good. There's some footage out there, but if I were to try to find it, it's probably on a Motorola Razr flip phone. All right? That's grainy. What am I going to do with that? How do I even get it onto Instagram, right? Worst part is I got to hit that guy up through the Facebook account he shares with his wife. That's weird. It sucks. I'm not saying I didn't make a tape or two. I did. But it wasn't quality, okay? Because it was technically a tape, a VHS. That's right. Thank you, one person in the back clapping hard for VHSs. Now, this might sound like it's aging me, okay? I'm not even old enough to have had sex on a VHS. But thank you for everyone in the front row for admitting that you are, okay? I love that. They're all going, I am. I'm not. It just speaks to the quality of guys I let film me having sex with them on tape, okay? If I were to be a motivational speaker for all of you, it would be to go home, film yourselves, okay? Take a good look, get it on camera, document that, all right? And do it now, don't wait. You'll look worse tomorrow, okay? Thank you. It doesn't get better, all right? It doesn't. Your self-esteem gets better. Don't get me wrong. I have higher self-esteem than I've ever had, okay? But I still have low self-esteem. So it's the highest my self-esteem has ever been. Now, the highest my low self-esteem has ever been. Sorry, let's get that straight, all right? Get yourselves on camera, everybody, men, women, everyone in between. Go home, get some good lighting. You know, turn on a ring light, take a good look, see what you're working with down there. I did this recently. I took a good look out because I didn't think much had changed. I thought everything was pretty much the same, you know, didn't think much had changed, you know, and I was sitting at home just rubbing my mustache thinking, you know, everything's probably about where I left it. And I took a good look because I thought my hadn't changed much, you know. I pictured them exactly where they were before, you know. They used to look at me, I'd look at them, you know. Wake up in the morning, look down, do a little hide and we were buddies, we were pals, we went through a lot together. Y'all remember those kind of fun, they used to flip up and look at you, you know? Used to think I had fun like a Pringles chip. Got a curve and a flip and a bounce to them, you know? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Pringles, the kind you can stack a bunch of them together, put them all in your mouth at the same time, you know? Once you pop, you just can't stop kind of. And I used to think when I was younger, I was like, I'm never getting any kind of plastic surgery. I'm never doing that, right? I'm going to age gracefully. I'm going to look great, right? And I took a good hard look the other day, had my ring light up. And I was like, oh, These are ruffles. They're different, okay? They're flatter, they're wider, they've got ridges. You had to trick people into rubbing their tongue up and down, just. It's like a record player. They're salty. So am I, honestly, you know. And I used to think I'm never going to do anything to them. I'm not going to enhance these. I'm going to keep them just like they are. Fuck that. Changed my mind. I'm going to spend every last penny I have before these turn into bugles. All right, that's what I'm... Oh, man. I try to figure out like why I had such low self-esteem back in my 20s. Why I didn't know I had what I had. You know, I've been trying to analyze it lately, been trying to figure it out. And it's a lot of reasons. It's a lot of reasons. I definitely, as a millennial, I want to blame the media. You know, media fucked us up a lot. They showed us one type of woman in the late 90s and the early aughts. They showed us one type of woman that it was acceptable to be. She had no hips, no ass. She was just abs. She was a sentient pair of abs. Do y'all remember? Y'all remember this bitch? She was in all of the magazines. She was in all of the Victoria's Secret fashion shows, okay? She was just full abs all the way from chin to clit, all the way down. There's a 36 pack all the way down. The top two abs, those were titties. They were high. They were high, they were hard, okay? That's what they told us that we could look like. That was it. They gave us stores to shop in, all right, that made us feel bad about ourselves. They gave us stores like 579. Oh, you hear the moans and groans from the ladies. We all remember 579. 579. Okay, if I've got any Gen Zs in here, sorry, stores. Those are places they used to go into to try on clothes before TikTok told you they were cute to wear, okay? So you had to figure that out on your own, all right? You had the Delia's catalog, and that's all you had. That's all you had. They gave us stores like 579. That sounds like a cute name. Sounds like an area code for a store. It wasn't. That is the list of sizes they sold in that store. 5s, 7s, and 9s. If you were outside of that range, go yourself. Remember the film Bridget Jones's Diary? Clap if you've watched it recently. Okay, then those three people know it does not hold up, all right? Doesn't hold up, all right? This trilogy came out in the early 2000s, late 90s, and the lead character, all right, the main character in the film was Bridget Jones, who loosely could be described as an obese, disgusting, unfuckable piece of shit. And what they did is they cast Renee Zellweger as the lead role. And if you do the research, this is all true, she did gain 30 pounds for the role, all right? So when she filmed it, she weighed in at a whopping 136 pounds. Ooh, disgusting. Now, I can see all the faces of the women in this room right now, okay? Because there are 38 of you in here. But y'all all are like, holy shit, is that true? It is true, okay? That's how they fucked with us about our body image, all right? That's it. 136 pounds, they told us, was unacceptable, all right? Now, to the fellas in this room who have never tried to guess a woman's weight, you may be confused right now, and you should be, okay? Do not ever try to guess a woman's weight. So I do want to put in perspective for y'all so you can compare the two. I weigh 89 pounds. And I dare you to try to question that. It messed us up. We didn't know what to think of ourselves. We should have loved ourselves. We should have always loved ourselves. No matter how high or low our titties have been, we should always have loved ourselves, right? You gotta love yourselves today, all right? I used to compete in pageants for a long time. I did that for 14 years of my life. I competed in pageants, and I'm sure that had a little something to do with my body image issues. Of course it did. Of course it did. By the way, I competed in pageants. Don't judge me for that. Yes, I'm a big old feminist, okay? But don't judge me for doing pageants. That was my only way out. I told y'all I had poor parents when I was growing up. That was my only way out, all right? And those of you judging me, oh, good for you for having parents who went to college, all right? I didn't have a way out. That's how I had to earn my college money, as I did beauty pageants. And honestly, people think it's a weird transition from pageants to stand-up comedy. I don't think it's weird at all right? I think it fits pretty perfectly, you know? I'm used to being on stage, being vulnerable, you know, getting judged by mostly gay people. So it's the same thing. Thank you to my gayest friend in the room who clapped the hardest for that. It's the same thing, all right? It feels good. And what's nice now is, like, now I don't have to act like I care about world peace anymore. So, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I get to keep all the food I eat. So I like that. That's probably, it's a little darker, but that's my favorite part. That's my favorite. The coolest thing about, like, doing stand-up comedy now versus doing pageants is that at no point in my 12-year career, 1,000+ shows, I stopped counting after 1,000. It's been a long time. At no point in my stand-up career have I ever had to ask anyone off stage before I went up, hey, has anyone seen my Tootie tape? That's a question. Never had to ask anyone backstage. Yeah. Only a couple people laughed. You might be confused as to what Tootie tape is used for, okay? Listen, when you compete in a pageant, you've got to make sure everything is where it's supposed to be, all right? And when you get to the swimsuit portion, most important part, because that's how the judges can see how smart you are. You got to make sure everything's where it's supposed to be. You got to cover up the front. You got to cover up the back. They want you to look wholesome and not show some hole. It's very important. It's very important, okay? So Tootie tape is where you place a piece of tape right there, just right there, right across your cooch, right in the front. You gotta close it up, smooth it out, make it look like Barbie, all right? You don't want to spook the gays. It's very important. If they see camel toe, you don't get the scholarship. All right, it's very important. Close it up. You use medical tape, okay? Some people call it paper tape, athletic tape. You use medical tape. That's what you do. You put it on there. It's meant for the skin. Comes off much easier. You don't want to fuck up and use duct tape. Not again. That's a one-time situation, all right? You'll end up with a permanent reverse landing strip, all right? Or one less lip. And I don't know if you need all four, but I feel like they're important, you know? Got to use Tootie tape in the front. It's very important. In the back, you've got to use butt glue. That's another thing I've never had to ask anyone if they've been using backstage at a comedy show. All right? Has anyone been using my butt glue? Never had to say that. Never had to say that. Butt glue works much like Tootie tape. It makes the back stay where it's supposed to be. All right? It makes the families happy. All right? So the way butt glue works is when you're off stage, you stand off stage on the side and you take your swimsuit, you pull it up your asshole, all right? And then you stand there with your swimsuit up your butt crack and you wait patiently off the side of the stage. And then a nice lady, she's a volunteer. Her name's Gail. She gets ready. She gets prepped, okay? You hand her your can of butt glue, which of course is just athletic adhesive spray in a can with your name written on the side of it. So fucking Brittany doesn't use your goddamn butt glue again, all right? So you hand her that can and she gets ready. She squats down. And she's got good knees. She used to be a dancer, all right? So she squats down behind you, and then she takes that butt glue and she sprays it generously on your cheeks. Just. Now, here's the trick, all right? If anybody wants to try this out, okay? Is you got to make sure it dries a little bit. You can't put the swimsuit directly on the butt cheeks. It's too wet. It's going to show through. It's going to ruin the material. So it's got to dry just enough. Okay. So Gail, being the trooper that she is. Okay. So just making sure my tootie tape was working. So y'all can just see. All right. So Gail, being the trooper that she is, just. Self-esteem for women. I mean, this is bullshit. I got ready for this tonight, okay? I glued on eyelashes. I clipped in hair that I had to buy to put on my head, all right? I had to tattoo on eyebrows, you know? And I've had to do it 5 times over the past 6 years so I could feel good enough to go out in public and stand on stage and talk to you motherfuckers, all right? Looking at the fellas in the room, and what the fuck did y'all do to get here today? You picked a flannel, and you grabbed some pants, shorts, it doesn't matter to you. They went on the bottoms, you put them on, you buttoned them kind of, and you came out in public, okay? Guys, you could afford some lower self-esteem. I know when every time I talk about self-esteem, all the men left their bodies. They just floated around outside, okay? I know you don't know what that means to have low self-esteem. You don't know what that means because y'all get to get loved no matter what you look like. You can do whatever you want. You can have hair, we're like, I love that luscious hair. You can go bald and we're like, it's like Vin Diesel, that's hot. We even come up with names for how hot y'all are when weird things happen, okay? You get big, we're like, dad bod. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Y'all, you can be short now? And we're like, love a short king. Get the fuck out of here, all right? No standards. No standards. Y'all just get to, everything just works. You just get to own all the property and your fucking vote counts. Get the fuck out of here, okay? Not a fan, all right? Y'all need to have lower self-esteem, fellas. Work a little fucking harder, okay? I don't appreciate it, okay? And now you want to select your balls? What is happening, okay? We're working on everything from head to toe. We're fixing it all. We're tattooing. We're getting BBLs. We're doing all kinds of shit. And y'all are just out there with balls? That you're doing absolutely nothing to? Nothing. You're not fixing them up. You're not holding them up. You're not putting Botox in them. You're not... Just nothing. I know you love those things too. Y'all love those balls. You love them because you base other things... You judge other things against balls. Oh, it takes big balls on that guy to do that thing. There's fucking balls. There's balls over here. That's a big ball. Balls. You sit down, you take up 2 seats to just make room for these balls. You love your balls. I had a man the other night in the audience who yelled out, "My wife loves my balls." No, she doesn't. I can assure you she absolutely does not love your balls. She doesn't love your balls. If you think your woman loves your balls, open up your nightstand drawer. See if there's any ball-shaped paraphernalia. Bet you won't see any. Oh, there's a guy leaving. As soon as I start talking shit about ball, I'm out of here on that. Not gonna talk about my balls. My balls and I are leaving. Good. Good. Go fix them up. Go in the bathroom. Fix them up. Your woman's too hot for you. Go fix your balls up. Yeah. Yeah. Another guy just came back in. Sir, did you fix your balls up while you were out there? Do something. We do not love your balls. Stop. What do you do? Why are they on the outside? It's a bad design, okay? This is me. Somebody's like, oh, it's for temperature. Oh, go. The ovaries have to be regulated as well, but we put them on the inside. That is what bad low self-esteem we have. That we were given the option to have them on the outside, and we were like, no, no, no. How terrible if anyone were to see these things. Put them in there where they're safe. And guys are like, those will be cool as fuck. I'm gonna put them on the outside. When it's hot, they'll be stuck to my leg. When it's cold, they'll be up inside. It'll be great. You'll have to be playing ball games at all times. Now you're trying to put them in our mouths. I don't care for that. We're already doing the work. I'm already doing all the work. I'm already down there. I'm doing so much work. I'm making the noises. I'm doing all the things, you know. I check in on porn, see what we're doing this month. I'm like, what? What sounds are we making? Oh, we're choking on it again? All right. And then we get the make eye contact. God damn, that too? All right. Is that doing it for you? Does it look like I'm being tortured enough? Is that good? Is that... Is your way of hitting me without hitting me? All right, got it. Okay, got it. Like, put two hands on them. Like, you think two hands can fit? All right, okay. It's just this. It's just this. And now, they've got the balls to ask you to put a ball in your mouth. Ball in your mouth. I'm gonna put a fucking ball in my mouth again until y'all try to put a ball in your mouths, okay? That's what I'm... Not easy. It's not easy, okay? It's not easy. It's the slipperiest game of bobbing for apples you'll ever play your entire life. You get one, it's like... Where'd it go? You get two in there, they're like, ow, and it's like, what do you want from me? The fuck? That's not an easy game to play. It's not an easy game. Balls in your mouth. No one wants to put balls in their mouth, all right? I'll do it. Because I like living indoors. But the thing is... At no point in my day am I walking around like, oh, you know what I'm craving right now? It was a furry set of hard-boiled eggs. That's what I'd like. That had 3 to 8 hairs on it. That'd be great. I'll do it. Because I have bad credit, but I don't want to do it. Oh, all right. Nothing will make you have lower self-esteem than being asked to be in a wedding of your way hotter younger cousin, okay? Nothing will fuck you up like that. I thought I did all my weddings. I thought that I was a bridesmaid as many times as I could be a bridesmaid. I've been a bridesmaid at least 10 times. I stopped counting after 10. And recently I was in my very hot younger cousin's wedding, okay? And here's the thing. I have a very complicated relationship with weddings. The first wedding I was ever in, I was never asked to be in. I was just in it because I was inside my mom, all right?